Good morning and welcome in to Thursday the 18th of August 2022. I am Spirit of Life Alchemy and this is your morning message tarot reading. Firstly, apologies for being so late with this. I had such a busy day yesterday. I was teaching all day and by the time I finished I was a little bit exhausted and all I could do was go and lay in the bath and eat some food and then slump in front of the TV in bed watching Netflix. So better late than never, and here is today's reading. So we've got some astrology today. The moon is going to be in Taurus all day. It's going to form a conjunction with Uranus, a square with Saturn, and a trine with Mercury. Mercury is going to form a quincunx with Saturn, and then the big lovely news of the day, Venus is going to trine Jupiter in fire signs. So we've got a push and a pull between the new and the old with Uranus and Saturn, who are sort of getting closer to their square, which is its closest in October. They'll both be at 18 degrees, but they won't be to the minute in conjunction, but they will be at the same degree point, Aquarius to Taurus. So the moon is igniting that energy, and the moon in a trine with Mercury will also be igniting the Mercury-Saturn quincunx. So yeah, push and a pull between the old and the new ways. The key is to gather the information, the details, etc., and think about what you want to do for the best. With the lovely Venus-Jupiter trine, today could be the day that you're lucky in love. Definitely expansive, heart-centered, creativity, opportunities and wonderment generally all over being felt today. So enjoy it. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. What have we got? I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Oh, I've got an itchy nose before I've even started. And we're going to use the Light Seers deck. So let's see. What do we need to know for today? The Thursday, the 18th of August 2022. I am so tired this week because I've been really busy for sort of the last week or so, that I'm having a quiet, lazy, well, not lazy day, I'm having a slow day today. I'm getting on with all the admin jobs and catching up with myself, but I'm doing it all at my own speed rather than, this week a lot I've had to be out of bed early in the morning and be on it in professional mode, or I've been working late doing readings and things like that, and yeah, it's all been a bit full on, but great. I've enjoyed all my interactions with everybody, doing the stuff that I love doing. It's just when you do it so much, it can be sort of take quite a lot of energy, especially it's like doing lots of readings and things like that. So sorry about some hair in my eye or something. Anyway, let's get back to the reading, what we're here to do. So yeah, what do we need to know for Thursday, the 18th of August 2022? Messages from Spirit for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? I wasn't complaining, by the way. I'm very, very happy and grateful that this this is my work. This is what I do every day. I feel very privileged to be in the position I am and doing the work that I'm here to do. Okay, so poised. Nice card with a never-ending story and a leg up. Okay, so I'm getting a real sense of being on the edge of something. It feels like things are going to change fairly soon, and so we're stood on the edge of a new story, a new adventure. The next chapter, even, because the story is never ending, but you know, every story has lots of chapters, and it feels like we're on the threshold of a new chapter. We're poised to jump in, feet first, or triple back somersault dive into the next adventure, however you want to take it, to see and go with the next part of the journey as it opens up. And we're not on our own, we're going to get a leg up, we're going to get support. This could be the universe supporting us, source supporting us. You know, sort of, we've been showing up, we've been doing the work, we've been making the progress, and now we're ready to go to the next stage. And the universe is helping us out. It could be through somebody coming into our life or something coming into our life that just helps us on our way. Let's see what the cards have to say to add to this. Oh, that was another reason why I didn't do the reading last night as I normally would, is that I just spent all day talking yesterday, and my throat was dry. It was almost on the verge of, am I coming down with a virus or something? I feel a bit sort of just as if, you know, there was a sore throat or something coming on. But yeah, took care of myself last night, did what I needed to do, retreated into myself, which is always sort of, when the outside world gets too much, then I know I need to retreat in myself. And I did that and thought, you know what, I can do my reading in the morning. There was other things that I should have done last night that I just didn't have the energy for. So I took care of myself, and I've been doing them this morning. So yeah, although I'm still a bit husky, I'm a lot better than I was last night. So anyway, let's go on with the cards. So what do we need to know for today? Thursday, the 18th of August 2022. Messages for Spirit, please, from the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? So let's see where we are. The Tower. Woohoo! It's good. I do like a tower moment. The Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, Temperance, Page of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Emperor, Four of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Three of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Empress, and the Star, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of masculine energy in here today. At the beginning of the reading, towards the end, we've got more feminine energies. So where we find ourselves, when I said we were poised for sudden change, we have the Tower here. Shocking discoveries or sudden realizations, can be old structures falling away, What was I thinking? I was just thinking back to when I said sort of, sudden changes and things. I was actually thinking back to, you know, a few years ago, a sudden phone call changed the course of my life. Because I hadn't been listening to myself, or was quite happily bobbing along, sort of in a bored state. I was actually really quite bored, but the money was the security. And so phone call changed all that. Suddenly sort of what I was doing was taken away and a major source of income disappeared. And yeah, after a few months of panic, by the end of the summer, it was like, okay, what we're going to do, we need to go inwards. We need to sort of do inner personal development, see what's going on, connect with spirit, and see what this is all about and what I need to do about it. And that was about 4 years ago, and that was really the start of this journey. And along the way, developed my own way of working with certain energies and a new spiritual practice, which at some point in the future will be, an online course and in-person course and chance to work with me and things like that. I don't get the feeling that it's the right time to do that at the moment, but it's there. It's my 4th year of going through it, and it's getting to a really visceral level of transformation this year. So I think it's getting closer to being something that I take public. But yeah, so these sudden shocks and surprises, in the moment, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And that may last for, a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, a few months. Really, for about 3 months, I was just really scrabbling about, just trying to survive. But then when I sat back and, right, okay, let's look at this. What do we need to do? Let's get creative with this. Then it started and provoked the journey that has led me to here. So yeah, could be, it could be something as mundane as a phone call coming in that shakes your world. But it could also be, an inner thing of, light bulb moment, or, a sudden discovery of, God, why have I been doing that all that time that way? And changing like that. But anyway, it's a tower moment. Old things are crumbling away. And that could be because we've been looking out over the horizon, looking at the possibilities, dreaming different ideas and things like that, and pondering. It's like, oh, that might be a nice thing to do. Oh, I might enjoy that. Oh, I wonder if. And yeah, gazing out at all the possibilities before us, or even some that aren't on the horizon yet, looking out for them to come over the horizon. One of our key concerns is security. Okay, the King of Pentacles here. Money in the bank, security in the 3D world. This could be, sort of changing our idea about what we want to do in the world, how we're going to make our money, what's going to give us security. Money is a big one. Often people don't do things because they don't know how it's going to support them financially. And obviously, that's a real concern. But when we let it become everything about us, that we stay in situations that, although it provides an income, we're actually bored shitless, or it's not fulfilling, we're not growing, we're just going through the motions, then we need to be questioning that. And as I say, that's what happened to me. And yay, tower moment. And looking back, it's like, oh yeah, Um, but I might not have actually stepped up into this without that moment. You know, I needed that carpet pulling from under me to sort of make me sit up and take notice, to step outside of my comfort zone. If the comfort zone's been taken away from you, then you need to sort of look at sort of what you're going to do about it. The card above, the gift from Spirit and the message from Spirit, is temperance. Stay in balance, which can be really hard when the rug's just been pulled from underneath you, and your ego goes into panic and fear and doubt comes up and all things like that. It can be really hard to trust and stay connected to heart when your brain is screaming, and pulling up worst case scenarios for you to imagine. So the message is stay balanced. Okay, and in that balance and that groundedness and that looking at the potential, sparks of new ideas can come through. The Page of Wands, it could be just a little inspiration. It may be just like, you know, something somebody says or something that you hear in passing, or, you know, a little spark comes in. But that little spark is, you know, something that can grow. So, you know, take notice of little things like that. The clarifiers, we've got the Ace of Wands. Change happens fast. New information comes in quick. That spark of inspiration can grow quite quickly into and bloom into something much bigger. The spark of idea that I had 4 years ago is still growing and developing, and I'm seeing a bigger picture for me and stepping into a bigger self and things like that. So, you know, came from a little spark that came from a tower moment. And if you look at this tower card, we've got the lightning strike in the tree. That could be the spark. Okay. Things change. Information comes in quickly. With the Emperor, self-mastery, taking control over our situation, and from a self-mastery perspective, having control over ourselves rather than trying to control the outside world. Trying to control the outside world is probably what prompted the tower moment. So this is about control over ourselves, self-mastery. It could be things like, you know, not letting the emotions run out of control, the fear, the ego, running around like a headless chicken, the doubting that things are ever going to sort themselves out again or whatever. Okay, coming to balance and self-mastery. Okay, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Assess what's essential. What are your essential values? Take those with you and let go of the rest. It's only going to weigh you down. Other tower moments I've had in the past is several times in my life just walking away, leaving everything behind with not much of a plan other than, if I don't make this decision, if I don't do this now, things are never going to change. If I stay in this work situation, it's actually going to kill me or make me seriously ill. It's already making me seriously ill. It's not going to change. Let's leap into the dark. And so, yeah, several times in my life I've done that. That's been tower moments of just walking away with very little plan or idea other than the first step. But then sort of as the years go by and you look back, you can see how each step you took led to the next step, led to the next step, led to the next step. And how over time that transition and that transformation evolves. Cards at the bottom of the deck, which is the inner environment, the subconscious thing. I hope you can't hear that noise. I've closed all the windows. They're taking scaffolding down across the road from me. So hopefully it's not too noisy. If it is, I apologise. And I will wait to do tomorrow's reading until later today when they've finished that and taken it all down. or this evening when they finished work. Okay, so yeah, the inner environment, the subconscious, you know, the background stuff. And we've got the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords is clarity and information and clear-mindedness, being very logical, into, you know, letting go of the emotional stuff and just being very clear-headed. Tapping into your owl wisdom, tapping into your bat sonar sort of communication skills, and calling on spirit with the raven or the crow up here to bring you messages about what you need to know. The Eight of Wands, the messages coming in quickly. Underneath all of this, one of the key things about it is about another step in mending that broken heart. The Three of Swords is about old heart wounds, emotional wounds, heartbreak, things that keep our hearts closed. Okay, with Venus trine Jupiter today, it's about opening our hearts, definitely. That could be part of the tower falling, you know, sort of suddenly, sort of, instead of coming from a closed heart perspective, protecting ourselves, maybe, you know, that wall falls away and we see a way that we can start being heart opened and expansiveness, which takes us out, connects us to everybody and the people that we need, who are going to help us grow and develop, because we can't do any of this on our own. We have to connect to ourselves, we have to connect to the divine. For me, it's about connecting to God and Gaia, divine masculine, divine feminine, and connecting to others, calling in others that can help, and forming connections and collaborations and relationships based on hope, open-heartedness, heart-centered consciousness and growth. So this is what could be coming up with the tower. Maybe suddenly you see sort of where you're holding back, see an old wound that's come up to consciousness to be healed. Whatever it is, we're learning something new. The Page of Pentacles, we're coming to the centre, we're coming to the core of the mandala. We're balancing the energies with the Temperance card. We're centering, and we're here to learn something new. Either a new way of doing this or a new way of being, or, you know, whatever. It could come about in a myriad of different ways, but it's a starting point. Okay, look, we've got two page energies, a spark of inspiration that sets us on a new journey that's going to be financially rewarding or emotionally rewarding, or just bring us in more abundance, which all of those things are interchangeable and often can happen all together. Sort of as we heal one thing, it actually starts to cascade in lots of other areas in our life often. From that, we connect to the Empress. So we've got the divine masculine and we've got the divine feminine here. We've got that divine balance, we've got temperance, bringing those energies together, bringing in our creative mind and our logical mind together, the inner and the outer worlds together to create the new thing. With the Empress, we're birthing something new into the world. Next up, we have the Star. So, you know, what is it that you want to birth into the world? What have you been perusing? What little spark of inspiration has come up? Okay, so we're looking at the healing, what it is we want to birth, wishing on a star of new hope, new opportunities, new beginnings. Okay. And once we've done that, we become the Queen of Pentacles. We become grounded. We become patient. We nurture and look after ourselves. We watch the journey unfold step by step in abundant waiting. Okay, it doesn't all happen all in one go. We wouldn't be prepared for it. We've already sort of had the ego dislodged with the Tower. You know, these things evolve step by step in gradual change so that we can integrate it into who we are, and develop firm roots and firm foundations and have understanding and acknowledge each step of the way. Okay, so in the words of Gemstone Tarot, the Queen of Velvet Waiting, we become the Queen of Velvet Waiting. Just, you know, confidence and faith and trust into the unfolding of the never-ending story, the next chapter. Okay, and supported by the universe, by Source, by God and Gaia to undertake this journey. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like and share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.